Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is currently 10:58 AM on Friday the 1st of August 2025. Current temperature is, wait for it to load, does take a while to load sometimes. No, it's taken forever. Oh, we'll leave it. It's all good. Don't want to wait forever for it. Searching for location. Anyway, we'll continue along. Do what we do. We're over at Coronation Drive. Doesn't look like they've got the whole thing finished on, because of the there is workers over here. I can see them from on the bridge. So I don't think it's fully finished, but hopefully I can walk on the main parts. But just bits on the near the road that they're working on, or somebody's working on. Anyway, we'll be able to see them on our way past. Got the chest mount going, plus the normal camera, so definitely get some footage out of it. Under the Jubilee Bridge and that. They paint all this and then they end up with new graffiti. They need lights under here, or at least turn that light on that's over there and put the other light on. Should be lights that are further over towards here would be great. Anyway, I'm your host Brad and welcome to Bestestimes Reborn. I hadn't already said that. There's Ashton, Coronation Drive, Agnes intersection. That's an O3 road, the Ashton Street one. It just stops further up there. You can't go all the way through on 2 Marillion Road or any of that. So hopefully the footpath's fully finished. We can walk the whole part down to the school and back like we've been doing. And that, instead of having to walk on the road. Be great to be on the full footpath. Said it was supposed to be finished by the end of the week. The council put it up on Facebook, and it is the end of the week now, so looks like that's just pipe work down there. Look at the council trucks and that are. So hopefully it's all open and all round and ready to go, so we can have our good look. I know it's wet and everything, it's not going to look as nice. There's only so much I can do. That was the determining factor of whether they finished it or not too, the rain, so. Oh, good on them if they got it done already, but if they haven't, well, it's the way it goes with the rain here. If I could walk the whole thing and they just had those bits where you're going off towards the road, not done, well, that'd be great. At least be able to walk it. But we'll see. All that work that they're doing over there is near Fitzgerald Street. This is not the older part of the footpath, but it's the oldest part that's around now. This was done about 10 years ago or so. Needs a good pressure wash regularly and it would be fine. I think they've made the newer parts just as wide as this. So anyway, this is an update. So we'll be able to look when we go past where they're doing this pipe work and that. You can tell that's definitely what it is. Shout out to the guys that were building this footpath. Much appreciated. I know they get paid to do it and it's, you know, their job, but it's still, it's good to see it done and getting done and all that over the time. Always good. So there's where they're doing the pipe work and that at the moment. Oh, it's a Reese plumbing truck. Oh, EECE. Yeah, it doesn't say. It says plumbing on the side, but not on the front of it. What does it? No, it just says Reese. And then the 300 Reese something 300, 240, 300. Sippable cans. There you go. That must be from cans. Not from Innisfail Reese plumbing. Must be reasons. Forklift. Doing its thing. Yeah, so part of this is still closed off up here. But I think it's still walkable. Excellent. We'll go up and back like we normally do. So you get a fair chance to have a proper look at it. Now it's finished. Yeah, it sucks that it's wet and it's not all dry. It'd be nice if the sun come fully out and dried it all up. It would be amazing. Sorry, that's just double checking to see if the microphone for the main camera was turned on. Otherwise, the audio would not be great. Now, of course, I struggle to put it back on where it goes, where it clips on. Doesn't want to clip back on, but anyway, that's just it is. Yeah, this is where, just up here, where the new part started. Hopefully they fix all this up. Put some turf there and that, make it look nice. Be great. Yeah, the sun's trying its best to come out. I had to avoid some water dripping from the tree. But there's your Fitzgerald Street just there. Give you an idea of where this is. There's the new part of the pathway. So smooth, so nice. Like I said, needs to clean. There's some coming along, walking along. It'd be nice to come along here on a scooter or a push bike or something. Would be a good spot for it. Once this person gets closer, I'll turn the camera. It's a younger person. And we do that anyway, out of respect. Yeah, there's still a bit of stuff on the retaining wall part. Hopefully they put a fence up there. Sort of a railing thing. Would be great. Pardon me. You can see where there's a bit of turf. Sorry about the runny nose. It's this time of the year. This weather. There's a bit of blue sky coming through. It'd be nice if full sun had come out, and it'd be nice and dry when I come back through here. When I turn around up near the school. Well, here's your part with the retaining wall and that. See what they've got. The stuff still on it. The barricades. Take a couple of photos while I'm here. So it can be put on the end of the video and used for the thumbnail, some of it. Benwell Street over there. I'll show this as much detail as possible so you can see what it's like here now. Sometimes the camera just doesn't want to flow and it moves real fast when I turn it. It's got a gimbal built into it, so people know what that is. It's stabilisation with a built-in camera. Anyway, we'll continue along. Benwell Street. So they are putting steps here. Okay. So this part is getting steps, judging by that.
Total 3 kilometers.
That's my distance from home for 3 kilometers.
3,949 steps. Heart rate 117 beats per minute.
Okay. So that's where the steps are going to be. Be nice if there was a ramp beside it, but there's one further down. Hopefully the drainage is good. This part would be nice in summer if they get rid of part of that tree there so you can see across better, and make it where it'd be nice if there was a cover over it, like a shade awning. Yeah. You'd be able to see across to the Bamboo Creek Bridge, but those lower branches coming across cover that. Okay, back on our merry way after sorting my nose out a bit. Anyway, let's continue along. We'll slash along here, hopefully that all gets fixed up. Be nice if the whole area got done up, and it just looks so nice. Look like a new suburb in Cairns sort of look, but with the Innisfail charm to it, of course. Look back where we just came from so you can see that area where the seat is a bit better. Stanzala. If you've been watching my videos of this over time, the updates and that, you'll know what Stanzala is. Bartle Street. Need to go clean that sign. Very hard to read. I know what it is, but if you didn't, you'd struggle. Here's one of their walkways to get off onto the road, across the road or whatever. There's a few of these. One further down, as far as I can remember, they were doing one near the trees. Of course, it doesn't take long before there's a trolley along here. There's a couple of trolleys up here. Like a small Coles one and a Woolworths trolley. It'll come back through, so you'll see it from another angle and all that. So it looks like water will just flow down here, depending on the drainage. Yeah, just flow down here onto the footpath and then across. Yep, it's a Woolworths trolley and a Coles trolley. Full-size Woolies and a smaller Coles trolley. Nothing new. Watch my videos, you'll see these in the most randomest spots. It's like they've been in the river or something, cause a bit rusty, a bit dirty, a bit horrible. Yeah, it's so much nicer to walk on than the old cracked and broken, just horrible footpath that was here before. Look at my old Coronation Drive videos from a couple of years ago and that, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's Shoe Street over there. It's another one of these pathway things onto the road, or from the road onto the pathway. I assume they've put a lot more turf around. Wow, that's dirty fast. But this part might have been here a while too. Wow. Anyway, I'm so happy with how good it feels underfoot walking along here. So much wider, so much smoother, so great. It's a tree canopy I used to show in a lot of my videos. There's not as many trees here now. Some of them are gone, so it's not going to be as shaded in summer. hopefully the drainage is really good here. Doesn't look it now, but I think with turf and all that, it'll soak up some of the water, I guess. It's back where we just came from, towards Shoe Street direction. Multiple sirens as usual. Trying to walk a bit slower so you can see a bit more detail. I tend to speed up every now and then. I'm just used to walking fast to get out of the heat, get out of the rain, or worn out, so I want to get home or whatever. See, there's like an extra coating of stuff on this part here, like where they've covered over stuff. I wonder what that's all about. Sort of looks like grey paint. It probably isn't, but to the untrained eye that's not into that stuff. Huh. Well, I don't think people walking on it when it was still had barricades around it helped. I don't think it helped the situation. Those would be good for school kids to walk along and ride along too. Safer. It's the Johnston River. So wide, so if people are using this correctly, it should be fine. If someone rides along, comes beside you, this hits the river, if there's 3 people across or something, it'll make it hard. People on bikes. But if they're single file, or even just 2 people, and then a bike comes along, they could get around, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I hope it gets regular maintenance and cleaned up. See where people have put their people have put their names or whatever in the concrete while it was still wet. What I'd like is if the council had some sort of stamp thing they could put in something like this and have the year on it, the year it was made. Maybe a Castlereagh Coast Regional Council 2025. Oh, there's a crack in that already. I wonder what that's all about. I don't know how that would happen so fast. There's 2 of them. One here too. Like I always say, we like to show details, so I'm going to miss out on stuff like that. There's probably more cracks I haven't noticed, but it's the way cement and concrete and all that works, I guess. Hopefully they go all the way and redo behind the school and that too. Would be great. And all the way down would be amazing. Because there's parts that are quite terrible further down. Like where it's all gravel and parts of it. It's not very nice to walk. But anyway, we're up to the end of the new part here. There's the old, this is the old part. And then, this isn't the old stuff. The old stuff was worse. This was done probably 10, 15, 20 years ago. All this here. So anyway, we'll turn back like we normally do. There's a way out to Marillion Road. Can't show too much, but it's Innisfail School that direction. But nice they put a new railing here, made it a lot nicer, or at least painted it. Yeah, painting it would be nice. A colour where you can see it properly and reflective stuff on it for night time. And use these lights. Have them on every night. In winter, lights need to be turned on a lot sooner. I noticed that through town, it's horrible. It's like, you know, not many lights on at all. Because especially early winter, it's dark at like 6 o'clock. And then daylight about 6:30 in the morning. So you need it, you know, on earlier, not sooner. So, but anyway, that's how it is. Someone on a mobility scooter coming up behind me. It'd be nice if they had a little bell and they could ring it and let you know that they're coming up behind you. People on scooters and bikes and that should be doing that. Should be the law. I don't think it is, but it should be. Should be taught in schools and that. This guy should be coming past very shortly.
Morning.
Good morning. How you going?
How you doing? Good?
Yeah, good.
Have a good day, eh?
Yeah, you too. Nice footpath now.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, different to the old one. Yeah, like it. Yeah, the old one, it felt like it was crumbling under your feet at times. There were so many cracks and it was just, yeah. Definitely have a look at my old videos and see what I'm talking about. Just type in Coronation Drive, Innisfail, Bestestimes, and you'll find it. Find the older ones. You'll find the new ones too, as they were building this. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to get someone else's opinion. I like it, especially someone with mobility issues being able to ride on it better. So good. That's what I was thinking during the whole thing. Like people with mobility issues would struggle with the old pathway, and this one, wow, yeah, so much better. Still morning. It's not afternoon yet. Yeah, I found myself speeding up as I do, but I want to beat the rain. There's the main camera. Shoe Street over here. Going to Shoe and Coronation. So, pathway out onto the road, or from the road down. I don't know how it works, but maybe there should be a railing on that one because it goes up higher, because it's on that angle for people trying to get up there. But anyway. Looks like I might have stopped up there. No, it's still going. Going up on those trolleys again. Yeah, it's nice to have etiquette when you're walking along. Yeah. See someone coming, you move the other way. Especially someone with mobility issues, crutches, walking stick, walking frame, wheelchair, mobility scooter, any of that sort of stuff. Or even just common sense. You know, you don't have to have a mobility issue, just move across and let the person go past. I've had three people across before in places. You can't get around them. You might be in a hurry to get home or, you know, whatever. Get to where you got to get to. And, yeah, like walking in earlier. There was a lady walking right in the middle of the footpath, and the footpath wasn't overly wide, so I had to wait a fair while to get around her. I'm trying to beat the rain, so, you know. Some people are okay if you excuse yourself, they move the other way. Some people get upset, and some people have headphones on, so they don't hear you. The other thing, Bartle Street over here, Ostanzella. If you know, you know. I'm no engineer or anything, but I think there should be more drainage along here because I know it does flood. Got video of it flooded along here. Well, you can't walk all the way down here, but from the other end, Jubilee Bridge end, facing down this way. And the Cyclone Jasper and other times flooding. Nice seating area. Hopefully, well, what the council said, they'll hopefully put bins along here. What they put on Facebook and they put on their website. Trying to show as much detail as we can, the way it is. Time of doing this, so if you walked along here at this particular time on this particular day, this is what you'd see. This is Burnell Street, and I can see the water tower. Hopefully it shows up on video. Might be a bit hard to see on the video. The retaining wall area. And there's a bit of drainage down here, which is good. Hopefully they cement all this leading up to it. That doesn't corrode, erode, and all the other sayings like that. Water tower through there. Let's look back where we just came from, towards the retaining wall area. Way up to Fitzgerald Street. I keep wanting to say Fitzgerald Esplanade, but no, Fitzgerald Street. We'll go all the way down to the bridge and around, like we do, so we can see these people doing the pipe work, getting all the pipes out and stuff off the truck, the forklift and that. You can see that on our way through. Fitzgerald Street. Look at that tree's been there forever. Oh, yeah. I remember that day when I was a little kid, like 10 years old, coming along here. I had relations that lived near here. And that tree was there. Now we're on the older part, not the oldest part, but the older part of the walkway, pathway, footpath, whatever you want to call it. See towards the people doing the pipe work. And see the footpath at the same time. Anyway, keep doing what we do, showing what we share. There's been a lot of pipe work being done around town. Sewerage and drainage and different things around different places, different parts. Like Gundy Hill and all that, and Gundy Bend. There's a Station Street, all that. Okay. Wonder if they'll keep the fitness equipment up here. They got rid of the ones at Hadwell Park. Maybe no one was using them, I don't know. But it still would have been good to have them there, just in case. Don't know how long ago they got rid of them, but I noticed it last time I sat over there having a rest after doing the Wangan walk. It's like, hey, the fitness equipment's gone. Exercise equipment, whatever. Getting quite warm. Sweat in the eyes and all that fun stuff. Back where we just came from. Where they're getting ready for the pipe work and all that. Of course, got the Johnstone River to my left and all the mangroves and different things there, trees and that. Then the Johnstone River to my right, you've got all this sort of parkland, and then Coronation Drive. Oh, and the ibises over there doing their thing. Fitness equipment, exercise equipment, whatever you want to call it. And a trolley, a little Coles trolley. Agnes Street going up the hill where that white car is. Oh, there's another trolley over there, full-size Coles trolley. Oh, why people just dump them, bring them back. When you come back through another day, bring them back. The one you've used. They are quite dirty, so I don't know where they've been. They might have been pulled out of the river. That little one's quite dirty. Ashton Street straight ahead and Meridian Road. Birds flying really low. So that's classed as Tom Muir End Way. I wonder if the whole pathway is classed as Tom Muir End Way. Not sure. Because there's no sign further up, or no sign when you come off the Centenary Bridge. There's something under there. On that thing. Oh, guy I walked past before when I first come under here. Lawn Bowls Club, Innisfail Bowling Club, Bowl Club. Look, the sign is up there for wireless fish and chips. It's interesting to see, as that doesn't seem to exist anymore down the Esplanade, sadly. Yeah, just over the bridge on the on the public wharf, which is here. Bit of history. Show that while it's still there. We'll just have a look. We'll go off and around and over the bridge and then we'll stop. This is the Jubilee Bridge, for those who don't know. Finished construction in 2011 to replace the old one. The old one was very narrow, very rickety when you walked on it. All these concrete little bits, concrete blocks sort of things that would move when you walk on it. They'd make noises. Ugh, yeah. Concrete slabs or whatever they were. What do you want to class them as? There's the Johnson River, part of the South Johnson River. Yes, that is the correct thing. It is South Johnson River. Even says it on the bridge sign further back. The Innisfail District Police Headquarters straight ahead. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see. Check the links in the description if you want to help out the channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to add photos of old and new Innisfail. Basically, we've been to the card roll in between and including. Keep it all G-rated, of course. Stay safe, stay cool, stay dry, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good work in here. It's not happening, they did all the work here.
Total 5 kilometers.
Alright, stay tuned for any photos. No, that's it.